Adam and Eve were born in God's image.
Ādams un Ieva piedzima pēc Dieva tēla.
Created in God's likeness.
Un viņi tika radīti viņa līdzībā.
Placed on the earth.
Viņi tika nolikt uz zemes.
Absolutely free.
Pilnīgi brīvi.
Enslaved to no one.
Nevienam viņi nebija vergi.
Until Satan convinced them to walk into the slave
Līdz
market.
brīdim, kad velns viņus pārliecināja, lai viņi ieiet verdzībā.
When they walked into the slave
Un
market,
tad, kad viņi iegāja vergu tirgu,
the door was closed behind them.
durvis aiz viņiem aizvērās.
But God made a promise.
Bet Dievs deva apsolījumu.
He said their deliverance would come day
Viņš teica, ka kādu dienu nāktu viņiem atbrīvošana.
through someone born on the outside.
Caur kādu, kas piedzims ārpusē.
He's called the seed of the woman.
Un tas tika saukts par sievietes sēklu.
His name is Jesus.
Viņa vārds ir Jēzus.
But in the meantime, we're all born in the slave market.
Bet tajā pašā laikā mēs visi esam piedzimuši vergu tirgu.
Seth was born in Adam's image and Adam's likeness.
Sets piedzima Ādama tēlā un Ādama līdzībā.
We're all born in Adam's image and Adam's likeness.
Mēs visi piedzimām viņam līdzīgi.
And all the people born since that time,
Un visi cilvēki, kas piedzima pēc tam,
billions and billions of people,
miljardiem cilvēku,
have all been born in the slave market.
visi piedzima vergu tirgu.
Because children of slaves are slaves.
Jo vergu bērni ir vergi.
The children grow up and become slaves.
Bērni nevis uzaug un kļūst par vergiem,
They're slaves from the time they're born.
viņi ir vergi no tā brīža, kad viņi
Born
piedzimst.
in slavery.
Piedzimuši verdzībā.
In Adam all die.
Ādamā visi mirst.
We are born separated from God.
Mēs piedzimstam atšķirti no
We're
Dieva.
actually born into Satan's family.
Mēs piedzimstam Sātana ģimenē.
Jesus told the religious people of his day,
Jēzus reliģiskiem cilvēkiem savā laikā
you
teica,
are of your father the devil.
jūs nākat no sava tēva velna.
The whole issue in life is
Visa problēma dzīvē ir,
you need to be born all over
ka
again
jums ir jāpiedzimst no jauna
and born back into God's image
un jāiedzimst atkal Dieva
and back into
līdzībā
God's
un
likeness.
Dieva tēlā.
But the point of it is there was no one on the outside
Bet problēma bija tā, ka ārpusē nebija neviena,
to open up the door.
kas varētu atvērt durvis.
Since that time,
Un kopš tā brīža
millions of people.
miljoniem cilvēku
A slave can't free himself
vergs nevar pats sevi atbrīvot,
because it takes a ransom price.
jo ir vajadzīgs upuris.
How much do slaves get paid?
Cik vergi saņēma algu, cik viņas,
Zero.
vai viņiem kāds maksāja?
Nothing.
Nē, neko.
You can't pay yourself out
Tu nevari samaksāt, lai sevi izpirktu,
because slaves don't get anything.
jo vergiem neko nemaksā.
So a slave can't free himself.
Tāpēc vergs nevar pats sevi atbrīvot.
So this slave says,
Tāpēc šis vergs saka,
I'll just work harder than this slave.
es strādāšu smagāk nekā tas otrs vergs.
I will work 10 times harder than this slave.
Es strādāšu 10 reizes smagāk.
I'll go to church 10
Es iešu uz
times more.
draudzi 10 reizes vairāk.
I'll be 10 times a nicer
Es
person.
būšu 10 reizes jaukāks cilvēks.
I'll help old ladies across the
Es
street.
palīdzēšu vecākām sievietēm tik pāri ielai.
I will give money to charity.
Un es došu arī naudu labdarībai.
So I will be 10 times better than her.
Tāpēc es būšu 10 reizes labāks nekā viņa.
10 times 0 is
10 reizes 0 ir.
you can't work yourself out.
Jūs nevarat ar darbu nopelnīt savu brīvību.
On top of that, why would Satan want to get rid of you if you work so hard?
Un kāpēc, lai velns gribētu tikt vaļā no tevis, ja tu tik ļoti centies?
So a slave can't free himself.
Tāpēc vergs nevar atbrīvot pats sevi.
Now here's something obvious.
Bet lūk, ir kaut kas acīm redzams.
A slave can't free a slave.
Vergs nevar atbrīvot citu vergu.
I know a slave can't free himself,
Es zinu, ka vergs nevar atbrīvot pats sevi,
but we somehow think that slaves can free
bet
slaves.
kaut kā mēs domājam, ka vergi var atbrīvot citus vergus.
Because somewhere in all of these billions of people
Jo kaut kur šo miljardu cilvēku
is Buddha
skaitā ir Buda
and Mohammed,
un Muhameds,
and slaves can't free slaves.
un vergi nevar atbrīvot vergus.
Buddha was born a slave.
Buda piedzima vergs būdams.
Mohammed was born a slave.
Muhameds piedzima kā vergs.
Slaves can't free slaves.
Vergi nevar atbrīvot vergus.
You understand?
Vai saprotiet?
All it is the blind leading the blind.
Tas, ko mēs tur redzam, ir, ka aklais redz vada aklo.
We need someone born on the outside
Mums ir nepieciešams, lai kāds piedzimst ārpusē,
to open up the door.
lai atvērtu durvis.
And life is constantly people trying to get a better position in the slave market.
Un dzīvē cilvēki visu laiku cenšas iegūt labāku pozīciju šajā vergu tirgu.
So someone becomes the president of a country.
Tāpēc kāds kļūst par valsts prezidentu.
Well, surely I can get out of here because I'm the president of
Un
the
tagad viņš
country.
saka, es jau nu noteikti varu tikt ārā, jo es esmu valsts prezidents.
Someone else becomes a movie star.
Kāds cits kļūst par televīzijas zvaigzne, filmu zvaigzne.
Surely I can get out because
Es jau
I'm a movie
noteikti
star.
varu tikt ārā, jo es esmu filmu zvaigzne.
I'm a rock star.
Es esmu roka zvaigzne.
I can get out because I'm a rock star.
Es varu tikt ārā, jo esmu roka zvaigzne.
You can't get a better position in the slave market.
Tu nevari iegūt labāku pozīciju vergu tirgū.
Do you understand?
Vai saprotiet?
It's not who you are.
Runa nav par to, kas tu
It's
esi.
not the fact that you're a rock star,
Runa nav par to, ka tu esi roka
a
zvaigzne
movie
vai
star,
filmu zvaigzne
the president of a country.
vai valsts prezidents.
You're a slave.
Tu esi vergs.
That's the whole issue.
Tā ir problēma.
There was a story in the Old Testament about a man with leprosy.
Vecajā derībā bija stāsts par cilvēku ar spitālību.
We're not told that at first.
Mums sākumā tas netiek atklāts.
It just simply said he was the captain of the host of the army.
Mēs vienkārši zinām, ka viņš bija armijas
He was
kapteinis.
second in command in the whole nation of Syria.
Viņš bija otrais visā Sīrijā pavēlniecībā.
He was a wealthy man,
Viņš bija ļoti turīgs vīrs,
but he was a leper.
bet viņš bija spitālīgs.
What good did all of his money do?
Ko gan labu viņam deva visa viņa nauda?
What good was his position?
Ko viņam deva viņa pozīcija?
He had an incurable disease.
Viņam bija neizārstējama slimība.
Doesn't matter who you are
Nav svarīgi, kas tu esi,
when you're a slave.
ja tu esi vergs,
So slaves can't free themselves.
jo vergi nevar atbrīvot sevi,
Slaves can't free slaves.
un vergi nevar atbrīvot citus
And it
vergus.
doesn't matter if you're in the greatest position of a slave
Un
of
nav
all,
svarīgi, ja tu esi vislabākajā pozīcijā no visiem vergiem.
you're still a slave.
Tu vēl aizvien esi vergs.
Until one day Jesus Christ was born.
Līdz brīdim, kad Jēzus Kristus piedzima.
And the whole issue in chapter 3 of Genesis was this.
Un tas, par ko runā 1. Mūzes nodaļa, trešā nodaļa,
He will be born of the seed of the woman.
ir teikts, ka viņš dzims no sievietes sēklas,
That's the
no sievas
virgin,
dzimuma.
that's the virgin birth.
Un tā ir šīs piedzimšana jaunavai.
Jesus came into this earth a different way.
Viņš ienāca šajā pasaulē uz šīs zemes citā veidā.
He came without a human father.
Viņš ienāca bez cilvēka tēva.
And because the seed inside of Mary was of God,
Un tamdēļ, ka sēkla, kas bija Marijā, bija no Dieva,
Jesus was born on the outside of the slave market.
Jēzus piedzima ārpus vergu tirga.
Adam and Eve were created in freedom,
Ādams un Ieva tika radīti brīvībā,
but Jesus was born in freedom.
bet Jēzus piedzima brīvībā.
And he stayed free
Un viņš palika brīvs
for 33 years.
33 gadus.
He was tempted in all points as we are.
Viņš tika kārdināts visās lietās tāpat kā katrs no mums.
The only way that Satan could get Jesus into the slave market
Vienīgais veids, kā Sātans varēja panākt, ka Jēzus nonāk vergu tirgū,
was the same way he got Adam and Eve in the
bija
slave
tas pats
market.
veids, kā viņš panāca, kā Ādams un Ieva tur nonāk.
Jesus had to choose to walk into the slave market.
Jēzum bija jāizvēlas ieiet šajā vergu tirgū.
Adam and Eve chose to walk into the slave market.
Ādams un Ieva to izvēlējās.
Jesus chose not to walk into the
Jēzus
slave market.
izvēlējās tajā neieiet.
He remained free on the outside.
Viņš palika brīvs ārpusē.
And then he went to the cross to die for us.
Un tad viņš devās pie krusta, lai mirtu mūsu vietā.
And when Jesus Christ arose from the
Un tad,
dead,
kad Jēzus Kristus augšām celās no
he
nāves,
took the keys of death and hell.
viņš paņēma nāves un ēlas
And
atslēgas.
he opened the door to the slave
Un viņš
market.
atvēra durvis šajā verga tirgū.
And today the issue is,
Un šodien tā problēma
it
ir,
doesn't matter who you are.
nav svarīgi, kas tu
It
esi.
doesn't matter if you're male or female.
Nav svarīgi, vai tu esi vīrietis vai
It
sieviete.
doesn't matter if you're educated or
Nav
uneducated.
svarīgi, vai tu esi izglītots vai
It doesn't
neizglītots.
matter if you're rich or poor.
Nav svarīgi, vai esi turīgs vai nabaks.
The issue is you are a slave.
Problēma ir tā, ka tu esi
But
vergs.
the good news
Bet
is
labā ziņa ir tā,
the door stands wide
ka
open.
durvis ir atvērtas plaši vaļā.
Just walk out.
Vienkārši izej ārā.
Just walk out.
Vienkārši ej ārā.
It's stupid to stay in prison when the doors are standing open.
Ir muļķīgi palikt cietumā, ja durvis ir plaši atvērtas.
And the message of Jesus Christ today
Un
is
Jēzus Kristus vēsts mums šodien
the
ir,
door is open.
durvis ir atvērtas.
Just walk out.
Vienkārši ej ārā.